If a river forgets where it began, can it truly find its way to the sea? Today, I'll tell you a story, one passed down through whispers and campfires, a story about pride, forgetting one's roots, and the heavy price of neglecting what gave us life. This is the folktale of the river that forgot its source. Far away beyond the mountains and the grasslands, there flowed a mighty river. It was wide, proud, and full of fish. Birds sang above it, villages drank from it, farmers depended on it. And deep in the hills where it began, there was a small, crystal-clear spring, the river's humble source. At first, the river loved its little spring. It would greet it every dawn, rushing down happily to carry its water to the farmlands and forests. But as the years passed, the river began to grow, wider, stronger. Ships sailed on it. Traders praised it. And soon, the river began to think to itself, "Why should I bow to a tiny spring when I am the one that everyone sees and praises?" One fateful day, the river decided to ignore the spring. It stopped sending water upstream to greet it. It stopped nourishing the plants around the source. Instead, it turned its strength to the cities and faraway lands that gave it glory. The little spring, once lively and clear, began to shrink. The grass around it withered. Animals that drank from it moved away. But the river forgot one truth. Without the spring, there would be no river. Slowly, its flow weakened. The fish disappeared. Traders complained that the river had become shallow, and when the dry season came, the mighty river found itself gasping. For the spring it once despised could no longer feed it. In its arrogance, the river had cut itself from its own life, and so the farmlands cracked with drought. The forests turned silent. Villages abandoned their homes. Even the cities that once praised the river turned away. The river, now nothing but a chain of muddy pools, whispered to itself, "How did I become this?" This, dear listener, is the fate of anyone who forgets their source. Your source might be your parents, your culture, your values, your first teacher, or the community that shaped you. You may grow, succeed, and shine, but if you cut yourself off from the roots that feed your soul, one day, the current of your life will slow, and you will thirst for what you once took for granted. Look at our world today. People chase fame, wealth, and influence. But in the chase, many abandon family, integrity, and the principles that gave them strength. Companies forget the customers who supported them at the start. Nations forget the traditions that once held them together. And like the river, we only notice the loss when it's too late. A tree without roots may look green for a season, but when the dry winds blow, it will fall. So too with us. No matter how far you flow in life, always nourish your source. Remember, water that forgets its spring will one day run dry. Guard your source, respect your roots, and you will flow forever. If this story touched you, let it be a reminder. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you wish to hear more timeless tales like this, stories that guide, inspire, and awaken, subscribe to this channel and join our circle of wisdom. Until next time. May your river always remember its source.